Hello everyone and welcome to another Digimon Ghost Game video. This time I'm going to be giving my thoughts for the latest episode of Ghost Game, which is episode 39, Contagion Island. So this episode starts off straight away and we have a random Gyukimon which is claiming to be a Ryudamon, and the group kind of wanting to work out what to do about it. Hiro takes Gyukimon, which is actually Ryudamon, away to this island for like a school camp or some form of field trip or something along those lines. Then Gyukimon, who is Ryudamon, starts actually biting people and turning these humans into Gyukimon. The group then have to fight Gyukimon, but they end up having Bakumon being taken to the group on Edramon, who, yay, is showing up again, and sort of comes to the conclusion that you can revert a Digimon to a different form by using the Digivice. So Hiro is able to kind of sync with it, or Ryudamon's able to sync with the Digivice in order to be reverted back to Ryudamon, and Bakumon is able to heal the humans who have been these horrifying Gyukimon human hybrids. And that's more or less all there is to the episode. So it's a fairly simple, again, Monster of the Week type episode that kind of throws you straight into the story. There's not a lot of explanation for who Ryudamon is other than he knows the dad, which is exciting, but the episode feels like it's missing a little bit at the start of the episode, which would give us more insight into what Gyukimon is and who Ryudamon is as a Digimon. The other thing this episode does is it makes me concerned because there's clearly a Gyukimon on the loose attacking Digimon and turning them into Gyukimon. So if there's a virus like that running around, I don't know why the characters aren't as concerned as I am, because that's all I had to think the entire episode. Like, yes, we've solved this Gyukimon. Is there another one? Is this Gyukimon just in the digital world? Because it seemed to be Ryudamon being in the human world. I was very, very concerned. So there's a few other things that this episode makes me think of besides the threat of this Gyukimon, which I hope we hear of again, but I'm going to think that we don't, unless it really was just Ryudamon just appeared in the human world after already losing to Gyukimon. So the other thing that this episode makes me think about, and this is something that I've seen a lot of people in the community talk about, and that's the fact that what if there's a possibility to have more than one partner Digimon? So on the actual Vital Hero, Vital Bracelet, and Digivice V toy, you can have two Digimon at the time. One is your active Digimon, who is active on the screen when I can work out how angles work. You have your active Digimon, and then you have another one in backup, which is just kind of sitting there, kind of being frozen in time as you have your main active Digimon on the bracelet. So this has made a lot of people think that maybe in the anime of Ghost Game, you can actually have more than one Digimon at once instead of just the usual one partner Digimon that most Digimon protagonists seem to have. Of course, the exception being in cases like Willis or in any of the video games when they've had multiple partners. But anyway, in terms of the anime, it's mainly just you have the one partner, except for Cross Wars, but that's fine. And Atmon. So, except for those exceptions, you only have the one partner Digimon typically. So a lot of people have been wondering if Espymon will be Hiro's potential second partner. And the reason for that being is that a lot of people are also thinking that Espymon could be a Digimon Ghost Game partner Digimon on the basis that its evolution also follows the kind of like, it's still got the child level name in the adult level, and then it's got something at the start as a prefix. So for Tesla Jellymon, Simbara Angoramon, Betelgamamon, they've still got the child name in the name, but they've just got little prefix. So with Espymon, Espymon evolves into Hover Espymon. So that kind of follows the same formula. So it either means that Espymon could be a potential additional kid that shows up, kind of like we have in other seasons, like Ken, like Hikari, a chosen child who kind of shows up halfway through the series and is an addition to the team. Alternatively, it could mean that the kids are able to have more than one partner. And this has been kind of hinted at previously in the show, very early on in the show, when Ruli is able to synchronize with Jellymon instead of her own Digimon, who is captured is frozen in the ice from that ice episode, and Kyoshiro is also not available for the same reason. So it's something that the show's kind of hinted at, that you can still sync with another Digimon. You just have to have, like, the right emotions, and your Digivice will let you sync with a different Digimon. So that is kind of interesting. And this episode had it with Ryudamon being able to kind of be syncing with the Digivice and syncing with Gammamon in order to revert back to Ryudamon from being Gyukimon. So there's a few extra things there, and I'm hoping that instead of the additional character that gets to have a Digivice V and a partner Digimon, I'm wondering if these Digimon will just be partners of the existing human characters. So that would be good, because I am enjoying the fact that we only have these 3 main human characters, as it means we only have to focus on those 3 characters. The more characters we add to the cast, it means the less chance we have for, like, a focus on all of them equally. So if we just had 1 additional being the Digimon, rather than 2 additional being the Digimon and human pair, I feel like it would work better. So that would be an exciting way of having, like, an additional Digimon that would also fall in line with the Vital Bracelet toy, where we can have 1 active and 1 in backup. So that could be a possibility. And again, we know that we have the most recent DIMs that have been released, which are the Espymon and Ludamon on 1 DIM, and on the other DIM, Zubamon and Ryudamon. So we've now seen all of the characters, all the children from those DIMs, except for Ludamon, who I'm assuming we'll see soon then, because we've seen Zubamon, we've seen Ryudamon now in this episode. Espymon appears to be some form of returning character, as it is appearing in the next week's episode, but we haven't seen Ryudamon yet. So I'm wondering if 3 of those will be partner Digimon for the existing 3, and then 1 of them maybe doesn't show up. Maybe we don't see, maybe Ryudamon just doesn't show up, I don't know. Maybe Espymon gets partnered with Hiro, and then we have Zubamon partnered with Ruli, and then Ryudamon partnered with Kyoshiro. I don't know. It could be anything, it could be nothing, but it is exciting as a premise because of these DIM cards that have been released. And of course, I forgot to mention, yep, we have Gyukimon, brand new Digimon, super creepy, super cool, well animated, but there was so much more in the episode that I cared about, and it was more so the implications that maybe me be looking into something entirely too much. Also, Edgemon showed up again, so that was good. But in general, overall, I'm not really a big fan of this episode, but I'm a big fan of a lot of the implications that this episode brought. So in any case, those are my thoughts for this week's episode. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Like this video, subscribe if you haven't already. I'm still trying to reach 12,000 subscribers by the end of the month. We're running out of time, and I only need just over, I think it's like 110 as of recording this, so please, if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe if you're watching this. Tell your friends, tell your enemies, tell the random walking across the street, hey, subscribe to LostinTranslationmon on YouTube, person walking across the street. They might actually do it. You might make a friend, I don't know, but in any case, so do that, please, and yeah, tell anyone who will listen. And yeah, let me know your thoughts, because I'm very excited. Maybe I'm looking into this too much. Maybe you can just tell me in the comments, hey, you are entirely just looking into this far more than you should. Get over it. So maybe that's the case. But anyway, let me know. And of course, I will see you on the next video. Bye.